Welcome to Deep Thought. See the big picture as far as different jobs. Now, this is in response to a video I did last month. A video I did, and this is inspired by a comment on that video. That video, I think it was either end of May or June. Now, understand something. I record my videos early, and this one was recorded really nearly a month in advance. So that's why I didn't get to it right away. I stay on my schedule. But anyway, I did a video about the machine culture growing powerful. Now, someone in that video, I mentioned something about, there's robots folding shirts. And, somebody responded. Now, like I said, as long as you're not, even if I disagree with it, as long as you're respectful, I'll leave the comment. And it was respectful, but he was saying, we got enough people folding shirts. We need more engineers and, more brothers and sisters need to apply themselves. Now, on one part of that, I'll say, we just, everything needs more. But then he also said something else. He was about the shirt folders, and also restaurant and retail managers. I was like, and I said a couple things too. And one of the things I said, everybody can't be engineers. And I actually used the example of people on the spectrum. Because I said everybody don't have the aptitude, and then are we supposed to tell them, oh, well, you can't be an engineer, you can't work at all. But then also mention the thing about, the retail manager. What if somebody, that's their business, they own the business, or a restaurant manager, what if they're a chef, they own the restaurant, And I left it at that. Somebody liked the comments. I don't know if it was the young man or whoever. And I've actually heard arguments like that before. It's like, oh, everybody need to be in med school. Everybody need to be attorneys and everything. But one of the issues is we have to see the big picture. Everything is important, no matter how small it is. Now, on one level, if people aren't working or they can't get those high-end jobs, one, there's not a lot of them, but they can't get it, where are they going to get money? There hasn't been talk of universal basic income. They still got to eat and everything. They still want to be busy. They still want to do stuff. See, that's one level right there. But on another level, every single job is important. Every single job. And because everything is holistic. Yeah, we need engineers, but we also need the shirt folders. Now, let me break it down. And I know something about this personally. I've had 1,000 jobs, as I say, but one of them, I was a merchandiser. And technically, you could say I was folding shirts. Technically. If you want to just break it down, make it simplistic. But one reason I got into merchandising, because at first I ain't think much of it. I ain't gonna lie, I ain't think much of it. I was like, just folding shirts. I ain't gonna lie, I was there. In fact, in the past, I've said this exact same thing when I was younger. Everybody need to be doing this thing, this big job. I say the exact same thing. That's why I even love the comment. I can respect it, but then I have to correct some things. As somebody with some experience in hindsight and then seeing the big picture. Now, let me use the example of the shirt folders, okay? The merchandisers. Now, what do? They fold shirts, now, especially on a retail establishment. Or even if you add the whole thing about the retail and restaurant managers. Well, first of all, retail, what are they doing? Primarily selling products that people need. Clothes and other things that we need. Restaurant managers. Okay, they in the restaurants and everything. They cooking food. But what else do those things lead to? Okay, we have to have clothes. I was just looking in a magazine and it was talking about shopping districts. It's an experience for people to shop. They bring so much and, people just like doing it. It's just something to do. But it's clothing and everything like that. Restaurants, we all like to eat out. How many people are here because their parents went to a nice restaurant? And food just is a part of the culture, going out to eat food, having a good time, And, you got the servers in the restaurants and everything. It goes beyond jobs. It's all a part of everything. Now, Let me take it on a deeper level. Let me use the merchandising example. Okay, you could say, oh, you just folding shirts and put them out. Okay, doing that, just folding the clothes, making them look real nice. When you make them look real nice, people buy the clothes. They have an experience, they buy the clothes, everything. Okay, the company makes money, right? The company makes money. In the restaurants, people, they get that meal and everything, nice meal, they tip the servers. Okay, everybody making money, everybody got the jobs. Where does that money go that the companies get? Yeah, they paying themselves, paying stockholders and everything, but they paying taxes too. In every jurisdiction, the local government and then the federal government, they supported by taxes. Not just in income tax honestly, just income tax by itself ain't enough to keep shit going. You know, and there's a lot of people, let's just be real, unless you really, it's like, I would say people who making upper five figures to lower six figures paying the most. A lot of people get money back on their taxes. So they're only paying a little bit. But the main people, the main entities paying taxes are corporate. That's why a lot of times they try not to pay as much, but they corporate. Where do those taxes go? They go to the government. They go to the government. So they going for services like government services, paying for the fire department. If your house started burning, you still need that. The police department. If one of those people without a job robs you, who you gonna call? The police, right? So it's like, wait a minute, it's going the government workers. Government jobs where they still have them. They have a lot of contractors, but where they still have them, they still making money. That money goes to fix the roads. That money is going to fix the roads. It's a lot of stuff. If retail don't make money, and you got to really count restaurants among them, they don't make money, then a lot of other stuff suffers. That's why you have some of these towns, a lot of towns, even some cities, they don't have that consumer base. See, in any country, particularly in this one, let's just say the United States, the economy is 70% consumer spending. 70%. That's why you can have a recession or something. If they're not spending money, that affects so many other things. And indeed, the young man had mentioned something about engineers. A lot of them are paid through government contracts. But how the government going to pay them if they're not making money? Now, you see the connection? Now, see, one of the things, see, all of it's connected. You might not think it, but everything is connected. And you might not think much, and you might think, well, this job's more important. It's like, no, every part, every piece pays something. Every part of something plays a role. Every single part. Now, somebody could say, well, maybe, some robots could still fold those shirts. No, because there's another part of merchandising anyway. That's a major part of the business. They had to be folded in such a way that people want to, like, not only look at it, but buy them. So there's certain folds you can have, certain ways you put it out. That was major. That was major. When we had corporate visits at the place I was working, department store I was working, corporate visits and stuff. They ain't talk that much to the managers, sales managers. They ain't talk that much to the sales clerks. But shit wasn't right in some place, they come find my ass. Because I was in a lead position. So they come find the merchandisers. So when shit was good, got that handshake. When shit was bad, what the fuck is up? And seriously, the corporate people were all merchandisers. All merchandisers. That's how deep it is, because you got to get them to buy it. See, it's important. In fact, that's why I had an interest in it, because I was like, we had merchandisers coming. I'm like, y'all making how much? You live where? And this one woman, she was merchandising for this one company, man. She driving like a late model car, living in a 4-story townhouse with a Sassy Self. I'm like, wait a minute. Y'all make this much? Shoot, I saw they were making 6 figures back in 2007 money. I was like, what the fuck? But it's all important because it's all connected. And let me use another example. Now actually I did have a job cleaning streets when in 1984. What happens if you don't have people who clean up? Like people, you know what, like these apartment complexes and stuff like that, you know, communities, they have people cleaning. What happens if they not cleaning? You know, what happens when you don't have the people who simply cut the grass? Think about how things work. Now that affects everybody. You know, you got these people who clean in the office buildings and everything. What happens if nobody's there to clean it? Every job means something. Every job. So you got to understand, everything plays a part. Everything plays a part. Even with this thing with so many people losing a job because of AI. That plays a part too, because if AI takes enough jobs and nobody's seriously talking about universal basic income, where are these people gonna make money? And then if they go on some state assistance or something, then somebody's gonna complain, how come they working so hard for these people? Everything's connected. But a bottom line I want to leave y'all with is never look down on something. Because like I said, everything's connected. And if you stop anything, you see, a lot of times some things, you don't see the bigger picture with something, no matter how small it might seem. But like I said, if you look at retail, you look at anything retail, restaurants are a part of it. Consumers are spending directly. If they don't spend money, that affects other things. Everything touches everything. And then the engineers are still important because they're creating a lot of the technical stuff that's needed, the machines and everything that's needed. So they're important. So we can't look down on them either. Now that's important. And we do need, that's why I ain't really have that major a problem with the statement, but I had to just clarify some other things. Oh, you can always have some engineers. There ain't nothing wrong with that. But we can't look down on something else. I want y'all to really think about that, all right? Really think about that. You know, we can't say, well, don't do that, do this. No, every single thing is significant. And even getting back to that statement I made about what jobs would someone on the spectrum do. At a local grocery store, they have quite a few young people who are definitely on the spectrum. Quite a few people. And the biggest thing they're doing is maybe cleaning up, pushing shopping carts back away and everything. I mean, they have a whole lot. A few of them even work on a register. Okay. Do we have that where, wouldn't we need that for them? Now, they're not going to be engineers. They're not going to be attorneys. They're not going to be doctors. But they do get higher self-esteem. They can take care of themselves. It means the amount of money that would be needed to support them otherwise. In some cases, they might not have, tax dollars wouldn't have to go to support them. Now, I think depending on their level, you know, they might be getting some type of service, but they're not, you know, they're not totally at the state's care. And plus, psychologically, being independent is very important for them. So you still gotta think about that. You gotta think about that. That's good for society. That's good for society. Because then the issue becomes, okay, well, now we need more people to help take care of them. But wait, how can we pay for them if we, you know, people not making money so they can spend money so we can have those services, or paying the taxes. They can't even pay income tax. See how everything, look, here's the bottom line. Everything's connected. So we can't say something isn't needed. Now, if they really, honestly, they haven't talked about universal basic income in a while. If they're going to keep going with this automation thing and people out of jobs, you know, and indeed, even some of the higher level jobs can be taken by AI, that's going to affect a lot. It's something to really think about, all right? So look at the big picture. So anyway, that's all I have for now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.